what these bodies of candles and what they mean, then basically you trading on your own without support of a bot or some alert system is going to be very, very difficult for you.
True, true. And however, that's why I really, really like your bot, because your bot's gonna tell a lot of people like, okay, a pump is coming or a dip is coming. People can go on futures and say either long it or short it based on the asset, that whatever the bot is telling them. So I was thinking, honestly speaking, this is really, really cool. And there are a lot of newbies in the space who like trading, but it's gonna take a lot of time before people will be able to know what to do, how to read it, and so people just want to make profit, which is true. Let's all be true. Some people just want to make profit, just want to double
Yeah, and
their
that
bag.
especially the greed is going to make you fail, right? That greed is not good. You got to tuck
Yeah,
that back in.
that is true. I agree with that 100%. Yeah. I don't know if you can keep me posted somehow, or I'll just be
Yeah, so
following
this
up on
this
you.
this what I built. I spent so much time in it. It's gonna be from my friends for certain NFTs from certain collections. And we're gonna have
Oh,
a
okay.
private group doing this. On the other
Okay.
hand, this is gonna be available for an AI agent getting backed by investments from Hong Kong. So this is gonna be an agent that millionaires can invest in. So this is not gonna be for people who are just starting out.
Oh, okay, okay. So
Because
for
if I
some.
can build something with a 60-70% win rate, you're off to the races. People will invest in that. That's
No,
why I
true.
built it. So,
Are you
so
going
yeah.
to? So okay, you're gonna lock it together with an NFT. So if you want the bot or something, you need to buy the NFT, right?
Yep.
Okay. Are those the NFT on the jumbotron that I'm looking at right now
No,
from
it's
Edge?
the headdresses. Do you see the headdresses in here? I'm wearing a Solana headdress. There is a
Yo,
Bitcoin
okay, yeah,
headdress.
yeah, yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
the ones on
Yeah.
your PFP.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
So from the Froge collection, the headdresses get access. Get
Oh, okay.
access to actually what my product is. That is going to
Mm.
be for people to invest in over in Asia, which I'm going to go to Hong Kong Tick and hopefully in September or something
Oh,
like that.
cool.
Oh,
Hey,
nice,
did you get a
But
nice.
signal for white whale by chance?
I did get
What?
a signal for White Whale. I talked
Okay.
about it in White. I talked
Really,
when I
you
got the
did?
signal
I
You
three
got a
saw.
days
signal for white
ago.
whale? Wow.
3 days ago, I got the signal for White Whale. I put it in the ticker. What's the ticker? Tell you that the bottom is saying
Mm-hmm.
that that shit was going to pump hard.
Yeah, it
But
pumped.
again,
Yeah.
these are so low cap, so I don't trade these with perps. So this is the thing. Do not get greedy. This is what wrecks people. It will wreck you. Don't get greedy. Don't sit there, number go up and have phantom gains. What are phantom gains? You see the number and
Mm-hmm.
it just goes up and up and up. And you think it's going to last forever because in your mind, you're already smelling financial freedom, the new house or the new car that you wanted to buy, whatever, right? And this is not the chart will not do based what you have in your head. The chart do what chart does, right? And that's why it's very hard for people to trade because you're gonna get emotional around it. And so you need to trust your technicals and trust your instinct and be able to pull the trigger to say, this is where I'm going to sell. Even if it pumps 5% more, I need to secure the gains. People in crypto forget to secure gains when chart goes up. 95% of the people are not securing their gains. And this is why it's a losing game for most people who want to be traders. Now, you can still be an investor. An investor is different than a trader. Trader is something different than an investor. And every trader still has his investments that back up his risky behavior that we have as traders. That means that we do have a DCA strategy, a DCA in and a DCA out strategy. So if you're not a trader and you're not good at this, don't trade. Just DCA. DCAing are based on the fear and greed indicator. Anytime there's fear, good time to DCA. And if you just use that indicator for your DCA prompts, you're going to be good. There is not, you're going to be solid. And it will take you maybe one cycle and get financial freedom. I often had a lot of people in my space that I known over time for years and years and years in crypto. And I would tell them, come on my space, please tell people about this because sometimes I feel like I'm like screaming in a desert with this. DCA, one cycle financial freedom. I have had more than 11 guests on here tell you exactly that's what they did with $200, $300, some only with $50, right? Just portfolio secure Bitcoin, some Solana, some layer, layer ones to buffer against your otherwise risky behavior. And
Uh,
why are you doing the risky behavior? You want to get rich quick, right? That's why you came into crypto. Let's be honest. I'm a greedy bitch too. I understand. Right?
Speaking
I was
of,
like, forget fucking penny stock. I'm gonna go move to crypto.
Wild, did you see Solana posted some cryptic post that just says XRP with an animation after all this stuff that's gone on with like, oh, and they also had another post too, the Sui Lana post. So there's a lot of like hinting about Solana partnering with different chains. So we saw.
So we kind of already knew this, right? There was a lot of speak about how Sui was the competitor and the
Right.
nemesis of Solana. It never was. The whole team of Sui and Solana are very good job. And get these guys knows each other. Tons of liquidity layer for Solana. Opened their liquidity layers on Sui. They just named it differently, but the same team, right? Solent. Suilent and Solent, same
Mhm.
team. These are the same guys, right? And so this was never a competitor. They work differently from each other. Actually, they're more alike on some ends, but very different on other, which doesn't don't make them a competitor at all. The competitor for Sui is Aptos. They have exactly what Sui's got. But the dark horse out of all of them is going to be Sei.
But what about
Everybody Sei
XRP
is the
though?
fucking dark.
XRP is their
Hmm?
newest announcement. So they just announced
Yes.
this yesterday.
Yeah.
That's mind blowing to me because I wonder what that entails. So there's a lot of speculation on like what does this mean, and I'm trying to imagine like what do you think Ripple and Solana? Do you think that
Were they cooking?
uh huh
I think broadly what's happening here is because we didn't get that all season, and it's very hard. Look, everybody wanted these ETFs to happen to pump Bitcoin, but here's the thing that these ETFs are not buying any other risky assets.
mm,
And so some of them got their ETFs approved and whatever, but it's a handful. Pepe just got his ETF filed. It's crazy enough. Now let's see if it
right
gets approved, right? And so that also should tell you a little bit about who's behind Pepe, by the way, because not any meme token can just go ahead and do this, right? It's crazy. But yeah, so that institutional money is not buying your meme tokens. It's not buying your non-performing other tokens, and that's just truth. So I guess they do a lot more of collaboration in the future, just to remain relevant for the bigger picture.
mm,
And I think we're going to see more altcoins doing that. And if they're not doing that, I think they're going to fail.
right
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah yeah somebody made a post that said that they think like what like 99% of tokens are going to disappear in the next few years and like I could see that being a possibility that all
Being a
because
possibility.
yeah
Does anybody remember? Look, I'm going to feel real old when I'm saying this. BitConnect. Does that ring a bell? Everybody was super bullish on it. Last bull run, everybody was like, BitConnect. Uh,
uh-huh
Going crazy. Where's BitConnect now? Rockbo. It's not here.
ah
Last bull run, man, this was gonna last forever and ever and ever. And but technology doesn't stand still. And if they cannot pivot for success, that's where everything fails. So that's why we come back to the one thing that just secures your portfolio, and that is Bitcoin. And we have to be honest about this. Bitcoin is king.
was it
Hold
you
on.
that told me when taking profits to swap into bitcoin and just leave it? That's I think
Yeah.
you told me that,
That's
right?
what happened, you know.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I feel like that's such a smart move. And right now, more than ever, while, there's price discovery at where it's at and that, there's so much potential upside. I just always thought that like approach, that method is just very like a very wise way, because your unrealized profit is whatever you
Yeah.
said, phantom gains, until you swap it into Bitcoin. So
Yep.
if you're
Yep.
up $300 on your bag, and it's on Solana chain or whatever, swap that $300, skim it off the top of your bag and then swap it into Bitcoin, and do that
Yes.
over time, and you just accumulate. Um, I think that's such a great approach, and like a lot of
Yeah,
people,
because you
yeah.
need to go from risky to de-risking,
Mm-hmm.
right? And I've been telling everybody when everybody was like, "No, Bitcoin is gonna do more." I was like, "Top is in de-risk right now, de-fucking
Yeah.
risk." I've been trying to scream to everybody to de-risk their whole portfolio, get rid of it, and sell some Bitcoin, right? Because Toppy is in, and everybody's like, no, and then alt season. I was like, doesn't look like it. That Bitcoin dominance is not dropping even 2% for you. It's not going to happen.
Did you
And so,
hear?
yeah, you
Did you?
cannot have hopium, you guys. You cannot have this. When chart says we're going down, it's party's over. We got to suck up the 90-day bear market that is going to be followed up upon it, right?
Mm,
No,
did
you get no hopium. I'm not selling hopium.
Did you see the
Absolutely not.
Trump brothers and the World Liberty Financial?
Oh my God.
There was a holder that had, God, I want to say it was $80 million worth of that World Liberty token, and basically they made it so he couldn't sell, apparently, and so
Yeah.
now he's going after the Trump brothers, saying that like, hey, like they froze my asset, and made it so I couldn't sell, like blah blah blah. But he's down like almost $50 million right now on that World Liberty
Well,
thing. I just bring it
look,
up.
blockchain doesn't lie, and the
Yeah.
code doesn't lie either. So if he has evidence for it, you can take him to court.
Right. Yeah. Well, that's what one of the
If
on the
he's
World
not
Liberty.
taking anybody to court
Uh
over
huh.
this, you know that this was a freaking lie.
Well, no, they said I'll see. They said I'll see you in court.
Yeah.
So World Liberty. I want to find the post because it was an actual post that where I forget his name. It's like Ben's son, I think is
Mm.
his name, and they posted, "We'll see you in court," and
Yeah.
I believe he's going after
So
them. So it's
so yeah.
interesting.
So if yeah, well, that's still then gotta happen because and until there's actually a filing, it's all yawning until then. Yes, it's all
Right.
yawning until then.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just to get
Yo,
some people will do this just to get some name clout,
Yeah.
right? Just Trump did this to me, and it's like, bro, come with a lawsuit or shut up. I would not be telling the world. I would just be telling my lawyer.
Yeah. Right.
Right?
Yeah.
That's all I need to do is
That's
talk to my lawyer.
a
I don't need to
great
talk to
point.
media, right?
Yeah.
I don't need to get any fame. If you have a ton of money, the least thing I want is to fucking alert a bell on the fact that I got taken out for so many. This is dumb money moving, in my opinion. When you guys hit it big, be silent. Sit in it for a couple of weeks and shut up about it, and then think about your next move if you don't want
Okay.
to lose.
Wild. Sorry, Wild. Okay. How much is the minting of the NFT
Yes, the
hedge
mint
fund?
already happened, bro. Mint already happened. Collection is out on OpenSea. You can go there and look at the
Oh,
prices right now. But the floor is ever rising. This was a free mint, free NFTs, free, free,
true.
free, free, free. But now it's
Wow.
a 0.05 Ethereum.
0.05.
Yeah.
Okay.
and that
Okay.
headdress floor is thin,
Yes, very thin.
thin.
Very, very
There, I
thin.
No
think there's
one
only like
wants it when
4 of
it's
them
free.
listed.
Everyone wants it afterwards when it's too
Sheesh.
late. That's always how it is. Yo, I gotta
I've
go
been telling
support.
people, Edge. I've been telling you know how this works, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, yeah, I mean, yeah, I'm not gonna go there. I gotta go support another friend of mine as well that is
Thank you,
hosting a space
Ed.
too.
I'm gonna be trying to be in your space tomorrow, but I did have some medical things that I needed to take care of, and I have something on the menu tomorrow as well. So,
Yeah, definitely. No,
but
absolutely.
if I'm on, I'm on, and I'm support. I support the space.
Yeah, definitely. And I look
B
forward
B is
to.
here too. Oh my God, B is here too. Let's have her on stage.
I
B
look
should be happy.
looking forward to the space time that you were gonna come up with. Perhaps like
Yes.
seeing how that
Well,
goes.
Back Chaser is gonna be my co-host for that time period. And we start, like I said, this week I needed to wrap up a few things on the medical end. and the experiments. And then next week we'll start to do some times and keep shop open for an hour for hyperflow. You guys, can you pin it up, Edge? Because Wild and Backchaser here for the Froge community are gonna do a daily show Monday to Friday. Uh, I think it's gonna be 6 a.m. my time, you guys. So it's gonna be a different on the other end of this space, let's say. And we're going to be doing that together with Hyperflow, with other communities from other collections, and Froach is going to be represented on there as well. So if you want Edge, you can pin the Hyperflow thing on there.
Yeah, definitely. Yo,
Yeah.
appreciate that. I did it
Yeah.
right now. It's not in the
Oh,
image format. It's on the website format. So
oh, that's
I bet
okay.
that
Yeah.
one is better. And you're on there. It says to be announced, and that time
To
slot
be
will be announced in the
announced.
future.
Thank you
Yeah,
very much, Ed. Should we still stay in touch? And then
yeah, of
because,
course. You
and then
know.
what's that space going to be about? Well, it's for the Froge community, but also, as you might not have noticed, I'm a conversational hypnotist. And so I like to start my mornings with my own hypnosis, a self hypnosis, and I'm going to do that for you guys. The first 15 minutes of the space. So if you are there in the beginning, you can go ahead and do a hypnosis with me. The hypnosis is always going to be for the better of you, and then especially with the emphasis on being a fucking millionaire, right? I mean, that's let's reprogram your brain a little bit to accept millions, because don't get this twisted, you guys. We all have a price tag in our mind, and what's a lot, right? It's all perception. And, while here, I'm comfortable with millions. But when somebody mentions billions, it's hard for me to even imagine. I get a little bit scared because the billions is a ton of money. I get a little bit of fear. And that fear is going to hold you back getting there. See? Because if that puts pressure on you, your self preservation mode will kick in and will be like, okay, well, then we don't need millions, right? Or the 100,000 it sounds too exciting to me. It raises fear inside of me. Maybe I'm going to be more visible. I don't know even what to do with this money, and then I need to talk to a lot of people or whatever your thoughts are around that. That will actually be your resistance to it, right? And so you need to wipe these things away because money ain't nothing but a number. Money is perception. What's a million for me might be feeling like billions to you. Well, here in Amsterdam, with a million, you can barely buy a house. So perception is different for each and every one of us. And we all know in crypto, we should know in crypto, that value can be created out of nothing based on conviction and belief. Same thing. And so we're going to talk about that in these spaces for like a 15 minutes. And then we're just going to vibe from there. Maybe people have some questions. I've done some conversational hypnosis in some dojo dog spaces. I got tracks really good.
Oh
Right?
yeah. Oh yeah.
I got hundreds
Definitely.
good.
That's a good one. He's in the gym now every single day.
Bro, I tell you, right? You can change instantly like that, right? It's true. And just you are in your own way, and sometimes we need to get into the mind and reprogram that a little bit,
My
and how
timeline,
easy
I
it
asked
is
him
to
pick
do.
one.
But thank you, Edge, for supporting. I'll see you tomorrow in your space if I can find the opportunity as well to do so. But espresso.
No, yeah, no, I appreciate you, Wild. Definitely, and no rush, whatever. Like vibe your way
Never
through
a
the
rush.
universe, right? So
Exactly.
appreciate you guys, and shout out to Hyperflow. Obviously, I don't know. It's a nexus of all the communities to flow through, so that everyone can more easily find their place through the resonance and dissonance. Also, both are required. So yeah, that's the idea behind it. Feel free to go to the link that has been up top and visit the website and click around a little bit. It's very interactive and fun to like hover over stuff and stuff. But I had a little bit of fun
Great
doing that
job
one.
on building that again. You guys support the builders always. They are what keeping this space alive, especially when it's bearish. I do want to move on the conversation and shall see you tomorrow. But B is here on stage, and wouldn't she be happy that she got some of these frozies? Go
Hey,
for it.
Wild. Hey,
Hey.
everybody. Um,
Hey, GM.
yeah, I'm holding on to GM Tick. Um, I'm holding on to my froges, and I definitely had my eye out for the headdress, so I scooped one up when I could. And they're performing really well in that rivalry app, which is still in beta testing, where people vote on. They're performing really well. And yeah, um, great to see you. I miss your everyday spaces, so it's great when I catch you on Thursdays.
Absolutely, and we still need to hold a VC. I've been opening the VC for some trading, a little bit here and there, but I have some rough waters that I'm navigating myself through, trying to find my edge with it. But I'm always. It's a pleasure to talk to you, B. And I'm happy that you got some bullish ones, and just let me pump your bag, right? That's it, you guys. Let me pump your bag. It's gonna be okay. No fear. No fear here. Just you got to align with some good stuff in this space, right? And things are never a guarantee, but you can definitely hang around the wrong crowd, and the wrong crowds are in droves here in crypto. That's the thing. That's for sure. Give B a follow here. She's one of the strong female leads in this space as well, which we need more of. And so give her a follow as well, you guys. Let's go ahead and do that. Is there anything else on the menu we should be talking about, Tick?
No, I don't have anything. Nothing else comes to mind right now. No.
Walrus is ripping. What's
Yeah, is it?
buy signal? Buy. Hold on, I'm gonna put in a trade. And then sell resistance. La, 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 la. We're coming up on resistance. All right. So we're in resistance right now with a buy signal. And then the next, it pumped 14%. But the next resistance is at 0.08019.
What
You
about
sell
Deep? Oh,
before
Deep's
that.
only up 6%, but
Let me
Deep has been ripping
see on the
too.
3 minute. There is no, hold on, let me reset chart for you.
Yeah,
Hold on, 3 minutes not so funky here. Let's see the 5 minute, 15 minute,
yeah,
20 minute.
on the
All
weekly,
right.
Deep is up 12% right now, and then let's see with Wall. Yeah,
Yeah, crazy.
Wall's up 8% on the weekly, but
Let me look on the
13% on the
daily.
day. Yeah.
Oh my God. See the daily stochastic golden cross for Walrus? Now, look, I'm not saying
Hmm.
this is going to Valhalla. I'm pretty confident it will, look at that. It will go to that daily spike. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it can go to maybe even, oh my God. Let me just look on the 1 minute
When you
here.
know what? Yesterday I was actually gonna buy some Wall, and I
8803. Hold on. Is hold on. I'm up 140% on my Pepe trade. Let's see if Walrus is here in my perps. It fucking is. Let's go. Open. Blessed. Yep. Bum. All right. Let's see if there is no hardly any sell pressure. Sell pressure. On the 15-minute chart, we're looking pretty good. A small pump coming, a small pump, and then up to resistance, and then down. Right.
we could do a 10x from
That's
here. That's actually like
Yeah, but then I cannot do a 60x leverage.
mm,
I get liquidated before that happens, right?
mm-hmm.
So that's the elegance and the dance that you need to do. Your leverage and your liquidation range, and then make sense out of the chart, right? To see where you can win. So I only need 3 candles up for a 60x to win. Uh, but my liquidation is 3 candles down too. So that's it's more like degening with your perps. But that's what how I like it. You don't. I always tell people, don't be like me. I've been doing this for a long time. Don't do. You can do a 10x, have a liquidation price. When the daily says a golden cross, this is gonna run for a couple of days, and it will go up and down.
Mm.
Right? You'll see the thing, and then even if you don't have a target, right? At one point, you're just selling and a move on. And don't try and max out. Calling the top is something. All the charts look pretty good, by the way. Jupiter is up. Tao, man, Tao is fucking. Let's talk about Bittensor a little bit because I was so bullish on Bittensor, but bro, people are freaking bearish on it. And actually, on the daily, it's not even recuperating pretty good with this market. Um, I think every other token believes there's a bull run, and I don't blame them. Which I think is still sketch for me. It's still not confirmed that this was the bottom. We can still have a big fake out. We need something like 79 for me to be and see what that looks like when we're there. But yeah, my God, Bittensor, some bad news around Bittensor that changed the governance exit dump. So let me tell you something about it, right? Because if you're holding Tau, uh, then you want to know. So Bittensor price dropped nearly 25% after Covenant AI made an exit, accusing co-founder Jacob Steves of having too much control over governance. Analyst Michael Lee Poppy van der Poppe, Michael van der Poppe is also Dutch, so Michael van der Poppe explained that the real damage came when Covenant's founder dumped 37K Tau, triggering panic selling and liquidations. That triggered a deeper chain reaction. So validators lost stake, means consensus power is dropping. Rewards declined, which means incentives are now weakened, and confidence slips, which equals to more users exited. And so all of this created a classic negative spiral with trust taking a direct hit. Despite the chaos, the team responded with an update like Teutonic One, a new proposal for the bid 0011 aimed at preventing similar sell offs in the future. However, the analyst sees this as a major stress test and breaks the crash down into three possible scenarios: a quick recovery back to 340 range, which right now is sitting at 240, you guys. So the first pad for a strong bounce if the market stabilizes and governance fixes the bid 001 and it gets approved. This all can pass by quickly. We know in crypto that we forget shit after a couple of weeks. It's like 2 years and we forget shit. And people will be like, oh, Tao, bullish, let's buy, right? Or we get a different scenario and it's going to be a slow grind between 200 and 260. So if uncertainty keeps lingering there, Tao may move sideways. Buyers may not be strong enough to absorb the continuous outflows, and rebuilding trust can take that time. So this scenario is basically 40%. Yeah. A deeper drop towards 180, this is the worst case scenario, and it depends on things getting worse from here. If more subnets exit, outflows accelerate, and governance improvements fail, Tau could see another leg down. But that is unlikely. So the probability of that is just 10 to 15%. So that should tell you that the first scenario is not financial advice, by the way, but that's also the scenario that I'm actually um, a fan of. So even if we have that scenario, 45% chance, and then a 15%. So we have a 40% chance of it just recovering quickly. Um, so having said that, keep it straight that the founder isn't selling. He already holds a large Tau position, is choosing to sit put. If the price drops towards 200 to 10 due to broader market conditions and improvements, he's just adding more. As per him, AI driven crypto is still early. Moments like this can reset and strengthen the system. And I would agree there. Not all of this was, this is just another stress test. And something similar happened to Sui. Definitely the wrong time. And in a more bearish time when, what was that token? Got liquidated and rocked people. What was that called again? Tick, do you remember?
The which one?
Well, what happened on Sui? It was not Sui itself. It was the liquidation layer, wasn't it? It wasn't deep.
Oh,
What was it
Cetus, the
again?
Cetus hack.
Cetus, yeah, the Cetus hack. Cetus got hacked. Big liquidity layer for Sui, and so all these pools on Cetus were zeroed, and it took a week for that money to be returned. It did return, but it did leave an impact for a couple of weeks
It
there.
wrecked a few projects.
Yeah,
Well, at least temporarily. Like things.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Small
Yikes.
projects for real, right?
Yeah.
They got wrecked, and so this is why you it would be bullish to diversify the liquidity pools for the chain that you're on, right? Just buffer against things like that. But in a hack like this, Cetus was it didn't have any less safety that other liquidity layers don't have, right? Or do have. And so the same vulnerabilities there on all chains with your liquidity layers. So um, diversification of pools is just something that makes sense. This time it was Cetus. Next time it can be Jupiter, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, so that said, let's have a look at look at the 2 hour chart of Pepe. We just need to get past that little certain point there, and then I'm ripping to 300% and call it a day. Buy dip tomorrow. That's how you do it. All right.
Oh yeah, it's still pumping. Damn, that's awesome. Really cool.
Well, that shows you a little bit about the broader market sentiment because Bitcoin, if for today, is just taking back the 70K floor, 75K floor, just pumping on 0.4%, taking a little bit of a dip. We see sometimes, and I do have to say, because I don't make any longs before 3 o'clock at my time, because at 3 o'clock my time, the United States wakes up. And so any pump that has been going on in their sleep, they're going to sell the moment they wake up,
Mm-hmm.
right? And so I make sure I exit all my trades before 3 o'clock, especially if things has been pumping, because people are gonna take profits when they're like, oh, bag is up, I'm taking some profits, and so you're gonna take a little bit of a down, right? And then later in the day you can jump back in again on the right signals. That's basically the rhythm. And sometimes it's reverse. Sometimes it's the Asian market. Then it's in reverse, and so you should mind your time zones a little bit for that.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
Mm.
at 9 a.m. on the Pacific Coast time, it's like we see that with like meme coins and stuff, especially. It's like there's been days where I woke up at 9 a.m. or whatever. I check my wallet, or even 7 a.m. and it's pumping, pumping, and I'm like, oh damn! And so then I'm like, I'm gonna just hold and. I'm not gonna sell any. I'm just gonna see like what happens. And by like 11 a.m., it like drops like 15 to 30%. It's like shit. I should have taken some profit, but yeah,
Should have taken the
yeah,
profits. Yeah, yeah. Well, a lot of people do. Well, enough people to make the chart go.
exactly. Yeah, if you don't do it, someone else will, for
Yeah, and
sure.
then if you have a 40x long out, this is really not a good good sign for you. I think big or Pepe is just looking coming towards a point. It might just get a sell signal on the minute chart, which for me always is short. I wouldn't short here because we're in an uptrend, but I definitely hit a sell right there when it says sell. When it says short, I need sell, and then wait for another buy signal on a minute to come in again. Because when you play on a minute or the 5 minute candle, you cannot ignore if it says sell. You gotta sell. Again, if you're high leverage like that, it just means getting liquidated. And every pumpy up, even just the slightest 0.1%, is 10% for me in profit, right? So when it dips, it then goes into the minus this way, so it rapidly decreases your. Oh no, we're bouncing back from that. We're holding the line. We'll leave that out a little bit longer. But yeah. Oh, you guys, do you want to listen to a song that I made? I want to have thumbs up if you like it, thumbs down if you don't. So let's go.
Oh, Panda's here too. What up, Panda?
Panda saying, I'm never gonna trade with Panda again.
Get ready.
No, I don't.
Clean, no reply. Tick, how much did the
This
NFTs
music
again? Or not per
intermezzo.
se? Was it? You say 0.09 ETH?
Lights too low, but the chain still shine. Talk too cheap, I'll spend no time. Built this lane, now they all in line. Calm on the face, but the firelight. Cold on the move, got the heat inside. Kick too hard, made the whole room slide. One more night. bass decide. Yeah. Walking slow, let the room get still. No fake love, I can read that feel. Every move got a shark, cause skill too locked in. I don't chase no thrill. City glow when the wheels roll by. Dark tent low when the stars outside. Still ahead when they wonder why. I stay solid, never switch my side. 808, make the chest line shake. Snap too clean, let the airway break. Whole squad up in the flow, wait. They all watch every move I make. Yeah. Just wanna be when I step inside. Lights too low, but the chain still shine. Talk too cheap, I'll spend no time. Built this thing that they all in line. Call me face with the firelight. Cold on the move, got the heat inside. Kick too hard, me the home slide. One more night, let the bass decide. No delays when I call the shot. Stay low key, now hold that spot. Too much work, I don't talk a lot. Made it count with the hand I got. Every drum, got a clean snap. Every ball, make 'em run the back. Mic too loud when we in the map. Whole place move when the bass attack. Never force, I just let it land. Go through pain, I understand. When it's real, you don't need no plan. They feel pressure when I raise my hand. Do like glow in the dark back room. Heartbeat locked to the baseline, boom. No fear here, let the whole thing move. When the drop hit hard, watch the flow consume. Mm, 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 mm. Chris on the beat when I step inside. Lights too low, but the chain still shine. Talk too cheap, I'm spending no time. Built this flame, now they all in line. Calm on the face, the fire light. Cold on the move, got the heat inside. Kick too hard, make the whole room slide. Oh, one more night, let the bass decide.
Hey, you guys like that? Yeah, I'm gonna upload that. That one is gonna be used for TikTok. Yeah, it's gonna be for one of
Ah, it's
these dance.
sick.
You guys, there's so much you can do with AI. We've been talking about it for a year now. Tick and I have been talking about it. Adam has been talking about it. There is so much that you can do on other social media that can make you bread. I have two successful YouTube channels that teens build. I taught them how to do it and how to manage these using agentic workflows. And so they get their prompts in for everything that they do every day. And they just spend half an hour after school or before school, and they are 14, 15 years old, and they are banking right now. They're up on $1,800. One $1,800. One is up a little bit more with a different channel that does short anime movies. AI created, so she has a character, and the character has the storyline. The channel is the name of the character, and she is up like $2,400, and that is monthly in compounding, increasing, because she gets views from a week back, and people will binge watch her episodes, right? These are 14, 15 years old making bank. If you are an adult here in this room, you need to get on it, right? You need to start doing something, because opportunity is knocking right here in this moment. You are early when it comes to all of this. Learning how to build an AI agent, how to build a product that is automatically being used. I mean, that's money in the bank right there, right? And so channels and other social media than X. And I keep saying, a lot of people still ask me, Wild, will you come on a space to explain, how to get monetized on X? Bro, this is not where the money is at. X is not paying enough per views. Please, you're making X rich, and then you get freaking ostracized by this Nikita Beer guy who's just freaking rugging all of you because you give two replies too many. Well, you paid good money for that blue check mark, right? So they make you pay, and maybe you get $50, $100. Even with my viral posting, the most I made from X was a paycheck of $800 in 2 weeks, bro. And that's the best I've done. There's been weeks, every 2 weeks that you get $50, man, for 2 weeks of grind on X. Are you fucking kidding me? Your money, your time is better spent. You are worth so much more than that hustle culture that exists here on X. It's not that hard to get monetized at all. And it used to be that you got back payment from the moment that you got your blue check mark. But that is no longer. Since the 1st of January, this has not been happening anymore, you guys. So you just get from the engagement and the views on your own posts. Views by people with a blue check mark. And so, it's the hustle on X is just too much. There's too much that needs to be done. And it pays too little. If I have the views of millions, if I would have YouTube, I would be raking in the dough. I would be sitting 5, 6 thousand a month dollars a month instead of $50 every couple of weeks. Are you kidding me? Right? Don't even get me started. And you're making Elon rich, and I don't mind making other people rich, but I gotta eat too, and I want to be sleeping rich. And this whole X thing is just taking too much of your time
Yeah.
sometimes, right?
You know
Yeah.
what? I do highly recommend Julian Goldie. He's an influencer that his whole profile and everything. He's got a YouTube channel that's what actually got me into AI a little
Hmm.
over a year ago, and his whole platform is about search engine optimization and how to use different agents and LLMs, how to use them together, and what the newest tech in AI is constantly. So a lot of like open source free models that you can host locally, different IDEs like anti-gravity. That's he covers everything. So anything that's new, like every day he's posting videos of the latest AI models and how to access them and how to do it for, if not free, for the least expensive way possible. And I highly implore anyone to spend 5 minutes looking through Julian Goldie's timeline or his YouTube channel, and trust me, like you will learn something, because I watch his videos like a few times a week, and I'm constantly learning about the latest and greatest AI agents and automation processes and also workflows. He has a lot of stuff where he shows you, he walks through, okay, this is how you do this. And it's on such a whole nother level. And
And it just
he's,
saves you
yeah,
time, and
yeah,
time saved and frees up your time to do something else.
yes,
Right. And
absolutely.
so yeah, so when I wake up in the morning, I tell my AI workflow morning ritual, and it gives me everything I need for the morning. There's no thinking. And a lot of what you do on a daily, when it comes to your social media, when it comes to other things that you do on repeat, right?
Hmm.
And so you can have it all dished up for you. Just tell the thing, morning ritual. Good morning ritual, please. It gives me everything I need for the day, and on for the channels, for X, for TikTok, for Bilibili, the Chinese social media, right? And so, how easy is this? You're just having a personal assistant taking off a ton of workload for you. If you are using AI just to make a tiny picture, that's great. That's where you start, but it can be used for so much more. And if you have free time, then you can think about other things and have good ideas about other things, right? That's basically where we're at with this. And so there is music creation, there's AI voice creation. There's tons, if you go on YouTube, very good channels that are doing like reflex on history, right? And they prompt accurate pictures based on archaeology and knowledge that is known about the historical thing. And then they make an AI movie about it, what you didn't know about Rome, 300 BC, something like that. And fuck it, 300,000 views. And it's just a short 10-minute video.
Mm.
And that is, AI can do so much for us, right? In this way. And I think, especially when you look at it through, that's a different angle, like doing the history stuff, a different angle. But how cool is it to have a visual other than an artist painting it from his imagination, but to actually have a visual that is historically accurate with what we know from facts, and then approximately what that would look like. A lot of people are finding it very, or some people are making these paintings come alive, like the real face of Henry Tudor or something like that. Look at the views on these channels, crazy. Actually, right now, the top performing channels on YouTube are AI explaining AI to you.
Mm. The
An
avatars,
AI
yeah.
explaining to you how to make a movie with AI. You don't have to have your face on there anymore either. It's crazy, isn't that? And so, if you're not inspired, then I don't know what to tell you guys. But we are coming close to the end. No, we are here, the end of the space. We have arrived. And so I thank everybody for stopping by once again on Thursday. What's the ticker? Our spaces are a little bit smaller because um, well, just I haven't been as active on X in other spaces, and then you don't get the love back as much because that's just how the algorithm works.
Mm.
We used to have it daily, and now we're just here once a week. So a lot of people were kind of falling off a cliff, but I don't mind, and I appreciate the people that are always supporting, always stopping by, and listening to us right here and looking at our six live streams because we do stream. Well, Take streams is live on streams. Retake, Kick, Twitch, YouTube, TikTok, and the Pump Fun.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So till next week, you guys, because there's gonna be Adam wasn't here today. He's gonna get ass whoopee in the
Hmm.
PG. No. But yeah, no. Let's go and do the outro, Tiki.
Yes, yes.
All right. See you tomorrow, Wild. See you. Bye, guys.
Bye, Rim. Next time.
Check the cat. Ripping crypto like a gat. See the chart, it goes flat. White headphones on his hat. Money counter on his lap. Gold chain with the strap. Cashing out. Hella clams. He's got Solana in the bag. What's the ticker? Where's it at? I put the crypto on my tab. Blew the whole shot. Didn't land. Another sell off. We been had. Not a single drop of liquid left. Bullish on another flip. By 1%. It didn't slip. Bullish on another flip. What's the ticker? Where's it at? I put the crypto on my tab. Blew the whole shot, didn't land. Another sell-off we been had. Not a single drop of liquid left. Bullish on another flip. By 1%, it didn't slip. Ripping crypto like a gat. See the chart, it goes flat. White headphones on his hat. Money counter on his lap. Gold chain with the strap. Cashing out. Hella clams. He got Solana in the bag. What's the ticker? Where's it at? I put the crypto on my tab.
All right, you guys. See you next Thursday. Take last words.
Yes, thank you so much for pulling up and joining us today, you guys. Y'all stay bullish. We'll see you next week. Let's go.
What a time to be alive. That's Adam.